What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching today, baby. Ooh, baby. All right, guys. So I'm gonna be attempting to stand today for a reason I don't want to disclose just yet. But as you may or may not have read the title to today's show, I have my first complication with, I guess you could call it my first complication with Sublocade today. So stay tuned. I'll go over that in just a little bit. But for now, please everyone say hello. Say hello. Sorry I'm late. I had to get my egg whites. And also, I got to send a quick shout out to Mama Deb. She just dropped a $10 Cash App. Baby. Ooh, baby. Thank you, Mama Deb, for that donation to today's live stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mama Deb. And it's good to see you in here early. Thank you to all the people who are hopping in here early today. Looks like we've got about 8-10 of us in here right now, guys. So please smash that like button on the way in, guys. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Good to see my people in here. We got Carrie. Good to see you, Carrie. Sean P. Kingdom Within. What's up, brother? Mama Deb Woods is in here already. Marky Rizzo, my man. Hopefully you got in contact with Matt. Marky, I sent him your information. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be able to stand like this today, but yeah, I'll talk about this in just a little bit. So, how's everybody doing out there? How's everybody doing? Leave me some comments, leave me some questions. We're going to probably go for about an hour and a half to 2 hours today, as long as the conversation keeps rolling, as it usually does. Everything okay with the audio and video? Am I talking loud enough? There was a couple people that said I seemed down on my last stream, and it's because I was kind of going through like a caffeine withdrawal last week, so I was really just kind of out of it last week. Got myself back in the caffeine pickle not too long ago, so I was tapering down last week on caffeine. So if the last Wednesday live stream seemed like I was down and out, I was definitely really sleepy and tired all week last week due to caffeine withdrawal / taper. I was listening in on your video a little bit, Kingdom Within, yesterday. It was good to. I seen you had Mama Deb up in there, Marky Rizzo, and you were doing like a review of 2 other dudes. I was cleaning my house and I had a little bit of time. I was ghost, what do we call it? Ghost watching? I didn't have the video on, but I was listening to you. It was cool to listen to the stuff you were saying. Maybe turn up the volume a notch. So, let me just pull you guys closer, because you're just on my cell phone here, guys. So, hold on a sec. Let me get my little rig on here. And it's probably because my heater's on. Hold on, let me turn that off. All right, who else is up in here, guys? Please say hello, please say hello. Please say hello. Blast. So is there a way for me to turn my volume up on StreamYard? Or do I just need to talk louder? Because I know sometimes like people will say like it's too quiet. So I'm like, I don't know if it's just, I think my voice starts to get more quiet as I like go on with the stream, just naturally. So if you guys ever do notice that I'm like mumbling or talking too quiet, just tell me to speak up. I won't be mad at that. Did you guys all have a good Valentine's Day? So I've got my phone that I usually use to look at the comments is it's in need of an update, I guess. So it's not really letting me. It's not letting me do it how I usually do it. So I'm kind of on my other phone here. So if things seem a little different today, don't worry, they are. Apparently this old iPhone that I've been using for the comments is in need of an iOS update or something like that. So. All right, let me check out some comments here. It looks like we've got 15 people in here, guys. Please hit that like button. Please, please, please hit that like button, guys. Let's see here. So, okay. So let me look at some comments. So we got, Deb said, time to get Izzy her treat. Yeah, I did. It's funny you guys like know my routine pre-stream. My pre-stream routine. Let's see. Something went wrong. Oh, great. We're still going here? Yep. Okay. Kev, can you buy egg whites again, Deb? Yes. Actually, yes, Deb. So the girl that I'm dating, I had her go to Costco or Winco or one of those two. I think it's Costco. And they had a ton of egg whites. So I had her restock me back up, thankfully. And luckily I put my weight back on because I was literally down to like 207 pounds. And that's not okay with me. And it's all because I ran out of egg whites. So since I got my egg whites, I put on about, what is it? I was at like 215 last time I was at the gym. And I haven't even been to the gym this week. Usually we take off Monday and Tuesday because it's so freaking busy. So I'll be back at the gym for the rest of this week. But you guys can tell I still got my guns right here. Bow, bow, bow. You know, I know it might be kind of hard to tell on like some of the angles that I'm at, but I probably look kind of skinny right here. Like I feel like I look like I'm skinny right here. But I'm not skinny, guys. But yes, egg whites, they are still kind of hard to get at Walmart. I'm still kind of having to like drive around to different Walmarts to get enough egg whites. Like at my close Walmart, I literally only had one carton that I could get. So whenever I see a lot of egg whites, I'm literally stocking up. I think I've got like 8 in the fridge now, and that's only gonna last me like a week. So you guys know I gotta go through a lot of egg whites to keep the muscle on me. Any updates on your taper, Deb? I've been thinking about you a little bit, just wondering if there's any updates that you'd like to share with the group. And I gotta mention real quick, I don't know, Zach, if you're in here, but holy crap, guys. I was watching Zach's video he made like a week or two ago about how he comes up with his doses. And guys, I don't know if you've seen Zach's channel. I know he kind of wants to keep it chill over there, but this man has tapered down to 1/325th of a pill, you guys, of a Suboxone 8 milligram pill. So if you don't understand what that means he took one 8 milligram Suboxone pill and turned it into 325 doses, guys. That is crazy that small amount that he's taking, that still even has an effect. That blew my mind when I seen that, guys. So it's just like when I watch his videos, I'm just thinking to myself, dude, like if this Sublocade, for whatever reason, this Sublocade journey doesn't work, I don't think I have the power in me to be that strict and to taper down to half of a milligram. Like, I don't know if I have that in me, guys. I'm just going to be straight up for real with you guys. I really hope the Sublocade journey works out the way that I think and hope it's going to. But if heaven forbid, and I'm going to knock on some wood real quick, if heaven forbid that doesn't happen, you guys, I really don't know if I have the willpower to go through like what Deb's going through, what some of you guys are just having to go to tiny specks of doses. And I know how much willpower that takes to do every day, guys. So I'm really proud of you guys who are doing that and who are tapering right now. I know how hard it is. So please, guys, if you're tapering, be patient with yourself, love yourself, and just know that what you're doing is very challenging for many people to do. And so if you're having success with tapering Suboxone, stay the course, be proud of yourself, and be patient with yourself, guys, because it is freaking hard shit that you're doing. Okay, I'm just gonna give you some props right now. This is definitely the hardest thing that I've ever had to do when I was tapering Suboxone, and to stay off Suboxone and get off Suboxone. It's hard, man. It's freaking hard, guys. So props to all of you guys who have been able to do that. As you guys seen, I did a post on my community tab, like a poll to see who has gotten off of Suboxone, and there were plenty of you who have done it. So I don't ever want anybody to feel like it's mission impossible. Some people may choose to stay on buprenorphine for the rest of their lives just because they don't want to go through the tapering. Some may opt to go to Sublocade, and I just don't want you guys to ever feel like hopeless, right? Just because certain situations might happen. Just be patient with yourself and try to love yourself as good as you can, guys, because I know that some days can be hard to do that. So it looks like we've got 20 people in here, guys. Please hit that like button on your way in. We're at about the 10-minute mark, it looks like. I'm going to go over some more comments here. And hang around if you guys want to hear the complications that I had from my Sublocade shot today. So this is the first time I've had complications with Sublocade, and I don't want to freak anybody out, but there was an issue today at the doctor's. So we're going to go over that in a little bit. So hang around, ask questions, put your comments in the comments, and I'll respond to you guys as best as I can, okay? Hold up. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. It feels like I'm trying to like lean over into you guys. Let's see here. So far we've got Kingdom Within. Carrie says hello. Sean P says hey everyone. Let's see here. Hi Sean, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm curious. Sean, you got any updates for us on your Kratom? I know last I heard, I think you were right around, was it 40 grams a day? Let's see here. Florida Man Dan, I'll go over my shot in just a minute here, in like maybe 10 or 15 minutes, but there actually are a couple different updates I have for you guys on Sublocade. Okay, so today things are a bit different than the usual. Oh, and that just reminded me. So I did a stream on Monday night. YouTube's been weird with the ad stuff lately. So probably what's going to happen with this stream that we're doing right now is I'll probably have it private until Friday or Saturday. And then what I'll do is after this stream is over, I'm going to make the stream that we did on Monday, I'm going to make that public. So it's going to be a little different as far as the videos, just because YouTube's been a little bit tricky lately. But I thought we had a really good stream Monday. I think it was Monday night. I had shared two people's experiences with Sublocade. One was very positive and one was not so positive. So if you guys want to hear some interesting stories about Sublocade, watch for the video that I'm going to post after this live stream is over, okay? This live stream will be private until Friday or Saturday. So things are getting a little tricky around here with YouTube. Let's just say that. Good to see you, Rachel. She says, hey, Carrie. So, okay, Carrie's in here. Carrie, can you give us a quick update on your Sublocade journey and how that's going for you? I know that your first month was a little tricky. I'm just wondering if you've smoothed out from here. Deb says, it's such a small amount, but it does have an effect. So Deb says, I'm kind of copying Zach, but he's 4 days ahead of me, so I feel rough. Okay, so Deb and Zach are down to like minor amounts. Like pretty much so small that you really can't even measure it. It's that small of a dose. Marky says, laugh out loud. I texted my buddy back in this chat. Whoops. You texted your buddy back in this chat. Dexter has a question. He says, hey man, found your channel very inspiring. My wife and I are sober 3 years. Oh, I just seen your comment that you put before this stream, Dexter. He says, I'm on a low dose of Suboxone and I just started TRT last week. Would like to ask you some questions. So Dexter, if you'd like to have a private conversation with me one-on-one off of the internet, you're welcome to go to the description box of any of my videos, and there's a link to a clarity.fm account. You'll go to there and you'll request a certain date and time, and we can have a private conversation. Or if you just have some general questions, or if you just have a couple simple questions, feel free to post it here in the comments, and I'll do my best to respond to you on the live stream. If you just want like some quick, a quick answer or something, I'd love to speak with you either way. And that goes for any of you guys. If you guys feel like you like to have a private conversation with me, you can also do so at the link in the description box. You're looking for the clarity.fm account, and I'm pretty sure Mama Deb will post it here in just a minute. I was gonna ask Florida Man Dan, how are you doing with your taper, buddy? I haven't been able to check out your channel for a little bit. Are you still? Oh, what just happened there? Somebody just did something. Let's see. Are you still chilling about 2 milligrams, Florida Man? So yeah, if any of you have any questions, kind of how Dexter was saying, if you just have like simple questions that you guys would like to get an answer to right now, just throw it right here on YouTube, and I'll just answer right here on the live stream, guys. But if you need to speak about like deeper things and you don't want to air out your stuff here on YouTube, then just do the clarity.fm link. And we can speak as long or as short or as long as you guys need to. If you need to do a 5-10 minute phone call, that works too. If you need to have chat with me for 2 hours about your whole life situation, that works too, guys. All right, I think I can sit down now. Sorry, guys, I have an ice pack here on my belly. If that gives you any indication. Yeah, baby, ooh, baby. I actually was considering not doing today's live stream because I was a bit paranoid about my situation today. But I think we'll be all right. I've got like 3 phones going here. I'm gonna pause this one. I'm so glad to see so many of you in here, guys. We got 25 people in here right now. Hit that like button, baby. Ooh, baby. All right, let's see here. Rachel says, I'm impressed. What are you impressed at, Rach? Let me go back up to her comments. Hey. That was sweet of you, Rachel. I think that was you that said Happy Valentine's Day yesterday. That was very sweet of you. Let's see here. And I've been seeing Rachel on, I think I've seen her on Florida Man Dan's live stream too. Just a quick side note, if you guys haven't seen, Florida Man Dan is now doing Friday live streams, fentanyl-free live streams. So if any of you can relate to fentanyl or would just like to follow his story, go check out his channel. He's here in the live stream, always supporting me on this channel as well. So, and speaking of supporting me on this channel, I want to take just a moment to shout out the sponsors of the Kickin' Addiction live stream, baby. So, and before I do that, I got to give the old disclaimer, guys. Remember that nothing on this channel is medical advice. If you're struggling with addiction, please seek out your own medical doctor. Everything on this channel is for entertainment purposes only, and for me to share my experience with you and for you to share your experience with us. So shout out to all the contributors for the week. It looks like we had, for the sponsor of the week, the award goes to Florida Man Dan, baby. Him and Jill, they both sent $20 cash out. Thank you for sponsoring this channel. That really means a lot to me. And also Jill was on the stream last week. She was the only lady that showed up and got on the channel, guys. I thought we were gonna have a lot more of my lady friends here get on the channel and chat with us, but unfortunately Jill was the only one that made it. So shout out to those two for contributing $20 last week. I really, really appreciate the support, guys. We also had Kingdom Within contribute. Sunny S also, guys. That was awesome to see Sunny S. And then we had Mama Deb also with the Cash App as well. And then Mama Deb sent a $10 Cash App right before the stream started today. So super shout out to all 5 of you. I really appreciate the support for this channel. It really does help me keep the message going, all right? It helps me get on here every freaking Wednesday, even though I'm going through some issues right now. And the issues have yet to be told yet. So in just a few minutes, we'll talk about what happened today, guys. And we also have Marky Rizzo also in the comments here, guys. He sent $5 for egg whites, baby. And he said baby, guys, not me, right? No, I think I'm gonna continue saying baby anytime a sponsorship comes through, guys. So shout out to Marky Rizzo. Shout out to my wrenches in the house. I really appreciate you guys moderating and keeping the chats clean and troll free so we can all feel safe and secure here, right? Because sometimes the trolls come out in droves, right? You'll see like nothing for like 3 or 4 months, and then boom, there's like sex bots like popping up all over the comment section. It's like it really, and it throws me off too sometimes. Like I'm like, what's going on? Like it says, you know, so and so did this or did that, and it's just like it's nice not to have to worry about that because as you guys know, I do get way behind in the comments at plenty of times, right? So shout out to you guys. I appreciate you guys backing me up there. All of you guys that have a Blue Ranch, really appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, let me get back to some more comments here, guys. We'll go over my Sublocade stuff in probably the next 10 minutes or so. I just don't want to get way too far behind the comments. Let's see here. Kingdom says, yeah, that's how I feel every time I try to get off Kratom. It ain't easy and the withdrawals suck. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that, Kingdom? Like what exactly can you like share with the group what your withdrawals are like? Because Kingdom Within is taking very small controlled amounts of Kratom, and he just said it's not easy, and every time he tries to get off, the withdrawals suck. So I want to know, since he's at such a low dose, like what kind of withdrawals are you experiencing? Is it just like people getting off Suboxone? You get the restless legs, diarrhea, insomnia, depression? If you could give us as much detail about that, Kingdom, I'd appreciate that, just to let the Kratom people know kind of what to expect, because I still think that there's a decent amount of people out there in the world that think that Kratom has no withdrawal, and that is like, that's not even debatable anymore, in my opinion. There's not even a question about that to me. But there's still be some people out there that think that there's just nothing. There's just a walk in the park to just come right off of Kratom anytime you want, and unfortunately, that's just not the truth. I wish it was. Don't get me wrong. I wish it was, but it's not the truth. So. Let's see here. So Sean P says, yeah, like 104 hours in quitting Kratom, it does blow. So you jumped off cold turkey, Sean P? What dose did you jump off of, if you could share with us? So it sounds like Sean P just did a cold turkey jump off of Kratom. And I think Eric is, last I heard, sorry guys, I've got some ice packs right here. They're freezing my hands off. Last I heard, Eric was trying to do a cold turkey off of opiates. So I know he'll hop on here probably in a little bit, and hopefully he can give us an update on his situation. State of society says very difficult. Rachel says, I hope you're okay. Hi everyone. Carrie. State of society says, can't seem to get off of 4 milligrams daily. Yeah, I would definitely probably not suggest jumping off of 4 milligrams of Suboxone daily. That is still a relatively strong dose, all things considered. You would definitely want to taper much below 1 milligram, like less than, most people are doing less than 1/4 of 1 milligram before they're jumping off. So it's pretty cool to see how things are changing, right, guys? As far as, I mean, there's kind of, I don't want to say it's a movement, obviously, but there's a big group of people who have followed this channel, and we've all reported back to each other over the years, like what worked, what didn't work. Did we try Kratom to get off? Like, did we just keep tapering? And we're finding out, guys, that you need to go very, very low. For most people, right, need to taper very, very low, unless you have it in you to go through a pretty significant withdrawal. We're seeing Matt right now go through 40 days of Suboxone withdrawal, and he's still really struggling right now. And he only jumped off 2 milligrams, right, guys? And he's got all kinds of comfort meds and different things that he's had to utilize to get him this far. So it's clear, guys, that it is very definitely something that most people are going to need to taper down with Suboxone, right? I don't recommend anybody jump off of 4 milligrams. Does that mean that it can't be done? No, that definitely doesn't mean that it can't be done. You're just not going to be having a very fun time. People have jumped off of much higher, that being said, right? But The 90% of people are going to need to do a long, slow taper, and that's my opinion. You guys might have different opinions, and that's totally okay, guys. Just remember, I'm not, you know, everything that I say isn't finalized. You know, I'm not everybody, right? I'm just one person. I can only share my experiences that I've had over the years. So wow, yeah, Sean P says he quit at about 40 grams per day. So congratulations, Sean P. That's really incredible that you've gone that far, dude. 104 hours, so it sounds like you set the timer. I definitely recommend that people set the timer as soon as you take your last dose of whatever it is. That did help me when I jumped off Suboxone. I would start the timer, and then I would just watch the hours just rack up, and that was my motivation. It's like, okay, dude, I've gone this far. If I take anything else, I have to hit reset and start this whole thing over. So some of you might use that little tip or trick when it comes time to jump off your Kratom or Suboxone or whatever it is. It can help. It can just kind of help you see the progress as you see the hours and days counting up on this stopwatch that you started, right? Let's see here. So Rachel says, what milligrams were you on when you got your first shot? So I was actually tapered down to about 1 milligram, but my doctor wasn't comfortable putting me on Sublocade unless my dose was higher. So he wanted me to go up to 4 milligrams of Suboxone, which was very easy to do, obviously. It's easy to up your dose, right? It's not easy to lower your dose, as you guys hopefully know by now. So he had me go up to 4 milligrams of Suboxone, and then he gave me half of the normal starting dose of Sublocade, which was 150 milligrams. So basically most doctors are always going to order the 300 milligram shot to start with, because they only make two different doses of Sublocade. They make 300 shot and a 100 shot, right? Your doctor is going to have to go off label if he's going to adjust your dose, and all he has to do that is to simply squirt out half the shot or 3/4 of the shot. It's that easy, guys. Not every doctor out there is going to be comfortable doing that, because that's not how Sublocade was created, right? The manufacturer recommends that everybody starts off at the same exact dose, which in my opinion is stupid. It is stupid. They need to come up with different doses of Sublocade, and they need to come out with a generic. And in my opinion, as soon as those two things happen, Sublocade is going to be the new Suboxone of the future. And I said this on the last live stream that's going to be posted after this one. So I don't think many of you guys have seen that stream yet. So check that stream. As soon as this one's over, I'll make the other one live. And then this one will be private until Friday or Saturday, okay? So things are going to be a little wonky around here. I just don't want anybody to get confused by when they're like, wait, Wednesday live stream on a Monday? Like, it's going to seem a little different. So Carrie says, I almost walked into a smoke shop next to my work to buy Kratom just to have when I jump, and never did. Good job, Carrie. I'm glad you didn't do that. I don't suggest people go from Suboxone to Kratom. If somebody does do that, the one time that I would say maybe go from Suboxone to Kratom is for those people who are under. And I'm going back to what Marky's boy said when he was posting on the channel. He has a lot of experience with this. You would need to be under 0.5 milligram of Suboxone, and then you would need to really understand how to measure Kratom, and you would need to be very strict with counting the doses or measuring the doses, right? And you would start at really low doses of Kratom if somebody was to do this transition. I would never really recommend anybody go from high dose Suboxone to Kratom, because you're going to need to take so much, guys, and it's going to cost way more than Suboxone, right? I don't think anybody should be touching the Kratom shooters, like the $10, $15 Kratom shots. Stay away from that stuff, guys. It's way too strong. It's way too expensive. The doses are way too high. Like, just stay away from that stuff. You will go down the wrong rabbit hole, the wrong Kratom rabbit hole, if you start taking those Kratom shots. Learn how to measure the doses if you're going to do the Kratom stuff. Be very, very strict with it, and just be careful. That's all I could say. I was watching somebody else's video, and they said, They said that there's so many different circumstances that come into play when talking about Kratom, and if he recommended it. And I agree. There's just so many different life circumstances. I would definitely recommend anybody who is taking street drugs like these fentanyl pills, get Kratom. Yeah, get the shots of Kratom if you need to. Like whatever you have to do, get the hell away from fentanyl, right? These pressed fake pills on the street. You could take as much Kratom as you want to get off of that stuff, in my opinion. That's the first thing I would say to get out of that street addiction lifestyle, no matter what you got to do. If that's the Sublocade shot, if it's Kratom, if it's Suboxone, if it's methadone, do any of those things. Just get off the streets, guys. If you're stuck in that addiction to street drugs, get out of that lifestyle as soon as possible while you're still alive and on the streets and not locked up, right? And now I know I'm already so far behind the comments. Sorry, guys. Christopher says, day 25 off of subs. Congratulations to Christopher B. He made it 25 days off of sub. That is awesome. Marky Rizzo, how is Grapefruit doing? Oh, are you in contact with Grapefruit? I haven't seen his channel for a while, but I remember he had some good videos a while back. Let's see here. Christopher says, thank you. It has not been easy, but it can be done. Christopher, can you tell the group what type of issues you're having after 25 days, if any? And also tell us what dose you jumped off as well, if you could. And sorry I'm so far behind the comments, guys. That seems to be a recurring issue on this channel, is I always get behind the comments. And it's because I see a good comment and I'll like go off on a rant with it, right? So I know that that's probably frustrating to you guys that are trying to stay caught up in the comments, and I'm sorry about that. So Florida Man says, yep, still on 2 milligrams. I'm uploading a new video right now. Thanks for coming on my live Friday night. This Friday night, same time, 7 East Coast time. It's going down. So it sounds like Florida Man's trying to put together a every Friday night stream. So I think that's a great idea, especially for people who are struggling with like recent addiction. Like it can be, for me personally, I always had like PTSD on the weekends from my childhood. Like FOMO, fear of missing out. I always like had to, all my friends were, as a child, all my friends were out hanging out in the neighborhood and I was locked in my room. I had to go to sleep at 8 o'clock at night in the summer when the sun was still up. So like weekends traumatized me as a child. So I always feel like I'm missing out on some great thing on the weekend. So for people who are coming out of addiction, to be able to have somebody like Florida Man Dan be posting on live stream Friday nights, that can help a lot of people kind of keep their mind off of, you know, that kind of lifestyle, or at least be able to talk about it with like-minded people. Kingdom says, glad you decided to do the stream as I love being here, bro. Yeah, I really appreciate you always being here, Kingdom. I know you're working hard on your own channel as well. So for you to even make time, especially with a newborn child, I really appreciate you being here and helping out, man. Rachel says, I'm impressed with the 325th of a dose. Yeah, when I seen that video, I couldn't freaking believe my eyes what I was watching when Zach was just picking out these little speckles off of a tablet and then measuring it on a diamond scale. Like, damn. That, I mean, damn. Like, I thought I had tapered to like the lowest dose. And at the time, I'm pretty sure I was the only person that had ever tapered that low when I jumped off Suboxone a few years ago, right? I was down to 1/4 of a milligram. And I don't think, back then, there wasn't really anybody doing that. Kev said a link, I think it was to help pay for Sublocade. Did I miss something there? It's weird. It's not showing me the timestamps on this phone, so I'm not sure how far I am behind the comments. I'm trying to catch up though. Marky says, looking skinny, bruh. Send your boy some protein. Caffeine plus nicotine equals protein. No caffeine. I'm actually almost fully off of caffeine now, guys. Dang, man, it just gets hard after doing it so many times, getting off of caffeine. I tapered for like 2 weeks, and just the energy was so low. And just, ugh. Man, oh man, I don't know why our brains are so wired to go back to caffeine. But it's just not worth it, in my opinion. It's just not worth it, especially if you consume it every day. And it's when it starts to get to the point where you don't even freaking feel it, it's like, no, dude, that ain't cool. That ain't right. So Kingdom says, every time I tried to go cold turkey, the withdrawal sucks so bad. Restless leg syndrome is the worst, but also not being able to sleep too sucks. And so that's with Kingdom Within, tapered down to a really low dose of Kratom, guys. He takes like 1.5 grams, I think 3 or 4 times a day. Like, I think he's probably around, if I'm guessing, like 6 to 8 grams a day, if even that. 6 grams maybe. So he's having restless legs and those other things that I just mentioned too from that small of a Kratom dose, guys. So yes, Kratom for sure has a withdrawal. Carrie says, I feel bad that I never donated. I have never Cash Apped or the other thing you say. I think she means Venmo or Super Chat. I am crazy scared about linking my bank accounts to anything social media or apps. I still write checks. No, you're good, Carrie. Definitely if you're not comfortable with that, I know that a lot of people are paranoid as far as that kind of stuff, but please don't feel bad. It's very much appreciated if you guys do sponsor the show with a donation. And as I just mentioned, or she would mention, you can do it on Cash App, Venmo, the links are in the description box, or you can do a super chat right here on the YouTube, or even on the replay, you can do a super thanks. If you guys are watching this on the replay and you'd like to send some support, you're welcome to do that by simply right there in the comment section, you can do it. But yeah, definitely don't feel bad about that, Carrie. Carrie, did you mention? Oh, so we have Carrie and Carrie. Hopefully, I'm not confusing you guys with who I'm responding to. Carrie 3. I'll just say her whole name on here. So, can you tell us how your Sublocade journey is going? I've been really curious since I kind of spoke to you like that first month. I didn't see that she responded to that yet, so sorry for asking that again, guys. Didn't jump yet, Marky. I'm probably a little under 1 milligram. Bad at measuring. Thanks, Deb. The woman working in the shop said she didn't know anything about Kratom. I was laughing. Good job, Carrie. You're doing awesome if you're down to 1 milligram. That's a great dose, honestly. Like, I always felt great. Right around the 1 milligram, 1.5 milligrams. For me personally, I felt great at that dose. Kingdom says, but ever since I dose low, so 1.5 grams 4 times a day, has helped me deal with the withdrawals much easier. I'm so tempted to increase my dose, but I know what that will do to me. Yes, you're right, man. It's that little devil on your shoulder, right? And you know all about the little devil. But you're absolutely right, yes. I know that some Kratom people will try to like go under their dose. Like it's like a kind of like a Kratom reset, you could call it. So what that would look like for you, Kingdom, is maybe you would do 1 gram 4 times a day, right? And then do that for a week. And then the next week, if you went back up to 1.5 grams, then you would get that little extra, whatever it is that you're wanting or needing from the medication, right? So something to maybe consider if you're even able to do that or even wanting to do that. But some people do, and that kind of helps reset things a little bit, right? I know it's easier said than done, obviously. Carrie 3 says, If it's 100% secure, I will donate to your channel. I appreciate you doing videos and sharing your journey and talking to all of us. That's very sweet of you, Carrie. Thank you. I appreciate that. And it should definitely be 100% secure. The Cash App or Venmo should definitely be the easiest way, I would think. Almost everybody I know has both of those, or at least one of those. Deb says, Carrie, Kratom can get you in a pickle if you don't have self-control, which I do not have. Yeah, some people refer to it as the Kratom pickle. I think, and I'm going to make a video about this in the near future, guys, talking about like the main two issues with Kratom, and I'll just kind of say them right now. The main two things that I see people getting into trouble with Kratom is not understanding the dose, how much that they're taking, and not knowing how to measure, right? And then also taking the Kratom shooters that you can get at the store. They're like 10, 15 bucks. If you're taking those shooters, you're not on a healthy road with Kratom, in my opinion, right? So the two things that I've seen cause the most issues with Kratom is not understanding how much of a dose you're taking and not knowing how to measure, and also taking the Kratom shots, shooters, whatever they're called. I'm going to try to hurry and catch up on these comments. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so far behind. All right, guys, my apologies today for the comments. I'm going to do my best to get caught up, but I need to talk about what happened today with my Sublocade stuff. We're already 41 minutes into this. So, all right, guys, you ready for this? I don't want to freak anybody out. I can't really show you this right now, but I will make a video in the near future about this. So, all right, where should I start here? I don't want to freak my Sublocade people out here because this rarely happens apparently, and unfortunately I did see a picture of this, of somebody have this happen to them on, I think it was, what's it called, Reddit. So, all right, so apparently as he was injecting my shot today, he hit some kind of a blood vessel or something like that. So it's, what's it called, guys? It's a hematoma that happened to me today. And what really sucks about this, and the weird thing is that it didn't hurt, right? Even when he did the shot, it didn't hurt. So, and here's the worst part about this happening today, guys. I'm going to watch for your comments right here to pop up just to see your guys' reaction to this. So, the worst part about it, guys, is kind of last minute, I decided to have him lower my dose. So today is literally the lowest Sublocade dose I took. I took 75 milligrams today, right? So the 100 milligram shot is like that big. So he squirted out a quarter of it, right? And it ended up being like that bit of amount of a shot. And for whatever reason, he injected it. It was not painful at all. And I was just holding the tissue over it like I always do. And then I pulled it off and looked down, and it's like, it was swelling pretty fast, and it happened like that, guys. It happened so fast, and he was like, "Oh, looks like we hit a vein." And obviously he wasn't freaking out, but I was kind of freaking out about it because I'd never seen that before. And I was assuming if it got that big that fast, like, what's this thing gonna look like in the next few days, right? And I'm still honestly a little bit worried about that. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a fist-sized bruise at least. That's my guess. It hasn't started bruising yet. But yeah, I don't know for you health people out there if you know what a hematoma is, but apparently it's when you like hit a vein as he's injecting or something like that, right? So it literally, guys, it looks just about like, sorry for laughing. It's really not funny, but you just gotta laugh about it at this point. It almost looks like there's a golf ball under my skin. It's just about that big. It's not that big, but it's just about that big. And the thing that really sucks is, well, first of all, the fact that I only had him inject 75 milligrams, right, which is a tiny dose already, as far as Sublocade goes. Yeah, Rachel says it'll look nasty. So yeah, I'm worried it's gonna look pretty damn rough here for the next like week or so. But as far as like how it felt, like as far as pain, it hasn't really hurt. It's fine as of right now. I have ice on it right now. So I have an ice pack just kind of hooked up to my belly right here. Let me show you guys a little bit. So I just got an ice pack under here right here. So yeah. Oh, volume's low again. I don't know what's up with that, guys. I'm sorry about that. Let me see if I can turn this up. I don't know if that's gonna help at all, but. So yeah, guys, I am icing my belly. Let's just say that there's a golf ball size looking lump under the lower section of my ab. And it's not that bad. It's really not that big, but it's definitely very noticeable. Let's just say that. Jill says, do you have to take a blood thinner now? Question mark. So I asked him like if I should take any ibuprofen or aspirin. He said maybe wait till tomorrow to kind of help with the swelling. But he said, he told me to do ice on it today and then after tomorrow to rotate from ice to heat. I got my earbuds in, which corrected the volume issue. I want to see if it's somewhere you can't / don't want to show. No, I'm going to show you guys just because I want you guys to see. And I don't think I'm going to show you here on the stream, but I've already recorded a video of it. But I want to wait just a little bit because I want to make like a progression video, like, you know, as it goes through. It's just on the lower section of my ab. Try to up the mic volume. Let me mess with the settings here, guys. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can do this. Setting, audio, automatically adjust mic volume. Oh shit, here we go, guys. I just cranked this baby up. Did that help? Is that too loud? Tell me if it gets too loud, guys. Okay, so I just cranked the audio way up. Tell me if that helped. How's the audio, guys? Is it different? Is it better? Is it louder? Is it okay? Is it too loud? Too quiet? I'll wait for you guys to let me know. Deb says, yes, that's better. Awesome, awesome. That makes me so happy. Thank you, Zach, for recommending that. So now if it's too loud, guys, let me know and I can adjust from here. Now that I know how to do it, I'm glad we finally learned how to do that. So yeah, guys, I basically have a small golf ball. Looks like it's implanted under my lower abs. Basically just looks like an ab popping out. Is that too loud, guys? Or should I leave it here? Sorry, Marky. Do you guys think I should turn it down just a little bit? I'm really glad to know that we can adjust that because I have had a lot of complaints over the last months that it's too quiet. Leave it. So yeah, I'll make some videos, some shorter videos going forward, just showing you guys what this looks like. I just don't want to freak anybody out. Let me remove my ice pack here. Yeah, do any of you have any questions about what I just talked about? And did you guys, you heard what I said about my dose? So let me talk about my Sublocade experience so far, guys. Yes, thank you. I don't want to know if I want to go down that rabbit hole. Whew, that's cold. Better keep the volume up and let people turn down theirs if needed. That's a great idea, Zach. Thank you. I have serious anxiety without it. Oh, sorry. I missed your story playing a little of me, but I'll try to go back and read it here in just a minute. Let me switch my ice pack out here. And I don't mean to be like, I'm not trying to be dramatic about this, guys. I'm just trying to help myself out here by trying to ice this baby up. There we go. So yeah, guys, let me talk about my Sublocade experience so far. If you have a comment that really needs to be brought up, you're welcome to do a super chat, and that will pull up immediately, and I'll obviously respond to you immediately. So I'm gonna take a moment now to talk about my doses of Sublocade and how my experience has gone so far. So today's shot was my 5th shot, and I have literally had no complications like this before. I asked the doctor how often this happens. He said it's only happened 3 to 4 times out of the hundreds of shots that he's given to people. And he seemed to know immediately what it was and what had happened. So I was surprised that it didn't hurt by how fast it was swelling up, right? I was really surprised that it didn't hurt. And in fact, this shot, the actual shot itself, this one hurt the least amount, and this is the least amount of shot that I have taken, right? And remember, guys, I don't get any numbing agents. I don't ice the area. He doesn't even let the medication come up to room temperature before he injects it. I do have a theory of what could have happened. I'm wondering because, so my last shot that I got 8 weeks ago was right here on my bottom right side of my abs. But the one before that, which would be now about almost 4 months ago, was right where I had him inject, which is right here. I'm wondering if that's kind of my bad, right? Because you're supposed to go in an X pattern. But me, visually, you guys know I'm so into fitness, so like I want my abs to look decent, right? So I had him put it where like you could least likely see it, which is in the very lower part of my abs, where I store the most fat on my body, right? So because whenever I get the shots on the bottom row of my abs, they're less visible than as my abs get tighter as I go up, right? So I'm wondering if possibly there was still a little bit of the shot that I had from 2 shots ago in there. Maybe they like fought each other somehow. I don't know. I don't know if it's that or if he did in fact hit a vein. I don't really know. I mean, I don't know, guys. I really don't know exactly what happened today, but it happened, and this is what I'm going to consider my only complication from Sublocade. So it is what it is, guys. It happened. Now we got to kind of move forward with it, right? So as you guys remember, my first Sublocade dose was 150 milligrams. That was 5 months ago. Okay, and then my second shot, I immediately went down to 100 milligrams. And I got that right at the 4-week mark, right? Which is when most people are going to get a Sublocade shot every 4 weeks. In my personal experience, once you reach what they call steady state, that's no longer needed. And this is just my opinion, and I'm just thinking outside the box. I don't think a lot of like the people that make this medication are going to want me to say this probably, but due to the long half-life that they make of 45 to 60 days, why would you go in for a shot every 30 days when the medication lasts, the half-life lasts 45 to 60 days? So what that means, guys, is after 45 to 60 days, you still have half of that shot. So why in the hell would you need to go in every 4 weeks? That doesn't make sense to me, right? I understand getting to steady state, which seems to be 2 to 3 shots of where you feel the steady flow and you feel like you're totally normal all day and all night. I would say most people, generally speaking, that's going to happen when they get their second or third shot. They're going to feel steady all day and all night, right? But once you reach that steady state, it's my opinion that you do not need to go in every 4 weeks, right? Just due to the half-life alone. So, what I have done with each shot, as you guys hopefully know by now. So, okay, so my second shot, I went down to 100 milligrams. So I already started tapering right from the get-go, right? I went down to 100 milligrams and I got it at 4 weeks. My third shot, I got 100 milligrams again, but I pushed it out to 5 weeks, right? So I'm doing testing with each shot. I'm trying different things with each shot, guys. I'm not staying the same to keep my buprenorphine levels increasing, and that's exactly what's going to happen if you go into your doctor every 4 weeks for years to come. Your buprenorphine levels are going to continue to climb simply due to the half-life, okay, guys? If you guys don't understand what half-life means, just to put it really simply for you, The half-life means half the medication is gone in 45 to 60 days. And then it takes another 45 to 60 days for half of that half to go away. So as you can see, the brilliant long half-life. Whoa, my egg whites are like still full. It's incredible how they can make this last so long, right? So okay, so back to my doses. For my third shot, I went 5 weeks. I got the 100 milligrams again, right? For my fourth shot, I went 6 weeks, and I got that 100 milligrams again. And my fifth shot that I got today, I went 2 full months, and I lowered the dose to 75 milligrams. So not only am I tapering with the actual dosage that is going into my stomach, I'm also tapering by spacing out the dose shots, right, guys? So I'm double tapering, basically. I hope I'm not confusing the hell out of you guys, and I'm sorry if this stuff is confusing to you. It's just the bro science stuff in me and the OCD that I have that really makes me think about all these different things, guys. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I've been on Sublocade for 5 months now. I'm on my 5th shot, and even though I've been on this medication for 5 months, I still have less in me than most people will have within 30 days. Why? Because most people are going to start with a 300 milligram shot, and then 30 days later, they're going to get a second 30 milligram shot, guys. So most people are going to have 600 milligrams within the first 30 days, okay? So even as of right now, what do I have here? 150, 250, 350, 450. I have only 525 milligrams for my entire Sublocade experience, right? Over 5 months. And I'm obviously still have plenty in me to last me from here out. As far as, and I see this question a lot, guys. I don't know the future. I'm thinking I'm gonna get one more shot based off my conversation with my doctor today. It's looking like we're probably gonna do one more shot in 2 months. I might try to push it out to like 2.5 months, and we'll probably do 75 milligrams again, and that's probably gonna be it, right, for this Sublocade journey. As you guys know, plans can change, anything could change, but I always see the same question: is this your last shot? Are you done with your shots? Like, we don't know, guys, right? We're just taking it, we're playing it by ear. It all comes down to my insurance. If there is a withdrawal from this, which remains to be seen, we're gonna find out in the future if my experience shows that there is a withdrawal or if there's not a withdrawal, right? The whole reason I got on this medication was because I don't want to taper. I don't want to have to go through those brutal withdrawals from jumping cold turkey. I've read so many positive stories that says that this is the much easier way off of Suboxone. So is it true? We don't know, but I'm going to find out for you guys, and I'm going to tell you guys all the in-depth details. As you guys know, I'm super OCD with this stuff. So yeah, we'll find out in the future, guys, okay? So be patient. Time is going by so freaking fast. I can't even believe that 5 months has gone by already. It just goes quick. So yeah, do you guys have any questions about that, all that stuff that I just talked about? Yeah, so that if I missed anything, please feel free to throw some comments in there and let me know. I'm sorry about being so far behind the comments, guys. 23 people in here. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed. Rachel earlier said, I can take 16, but most days I'm taking 6 to 8 milligrams. I jump from 12. I don't feel a difference. Yeah, a lot of people won't feel much of a difference going from 16 to 8 milligrams. Good to see my man, Sonny. Good to see you, Sonny. I'm not sure if you just heard all the stuff that I just mentioned about Sublocade stuff, Sonny, or not, but you probably missed earlier. I shouted you out for the Cash App super chat you sent last week, Sonny. I really appreciate that, brother. And it's good to see you in here again. Sonny's always been popping in here lately. So right now I'm just kind of cherry picking through the older comments on the video, guys. I know I'm way behind, and my apologies for that. Yeah, Marky says, like the video on your way in or out. Yes, please, guys, hit that like button. Can somebody tell me how many likes we have on this video so far? I don't think I can see that yet. Let's see. Maybe I can. Let's see here, guys. So we've got 20 likes, guys. I know we can get that to 25 likes. Sonny, my man, just gave us another like, so we're at 21 likes. Guys, we need 4 more to get that to 25. I know we can do it. Hit that, baby. Oh, shit. So, yeah. Do you guys think that this shot is going to be hella bruised or what? Like, I know there's some of you medical people in here. Carrie says, did anyone feel a difference going from the 300 milligram shot to the 100 milligram shot? Honestly, Carrie, I don't think that you would really feel that just because of the long half-life. That being said, I know that your brain can try to play tricks on you. And that's exactly, in my opinion, that's probably why that's why they step it down like that. And for the longest time, it didn't make sense to me. Why would you put somebody on 300 milligrams and then step down to 100 milligrams? But after you understand the half-life and how that works, it starts to kind of make more sense. Don't lose sleep over going from 300 milligram shot to the 100 milligram shot. If you're worried about it, you could maybe ask your doctor to step you down a little bit. And what that would look like is they would order the 300 milligram shot and they would squirt half of it out and then give you the other half. Then that's going to put you down to 150 milligrams, right? If your doctor seems like they're open to doing off-label treatment like that, then you could consider doing that. Otherwise, I wouldn't lose sleep over just going from 300 to 100 milligrams. You should totally be fine. Carrie, can you give us a brief description of how many shots you've had and how your treatment is going? And I'm assuming you're fully off of oral Suboxone now, right? Shout out to all 26 of you in here, guys. Please hit that like button. Hopefully we've got 25 likes by now for the 25 people we've got in here. Let's see here. Okay, so Chris earlier had said, I jumped off at 2 milligrams. Sleep is still tough. Lack of energy and overall feeling. But still happier than having to worry about taking my next dose of subs to get that fake energy. I love that he says that, fake energy, guys. I'm going to go off on that comment for just a moment, guys. So I know that most people say that they get energy from their Suboxone. And if you can do it, guys, try to rewire your brain not to think that way. Because really what I think is going on for many people, right, is that you're starting to go into withdrawals, right, through the night. The dose is tapering off. Your buprenorphine levels are getting low due to the shorter half-life, right? So you're kind of going into withdrawals before you take your next dose, right? So that's going to make you feel, because like when you're in withdrawal, what do you have? You have no energy, you're down and depressed, right? And then when you take your dose, it's basically taking you out of the withdrawal that you're heading into, therefore giving you the fake energy that they're talking about, right? That's one way I think that you could try to look at this, rather than thinking that Suboxone is some heaven-sent miracle drug that gives you this magical energy. It could just be the fact that it's just taking you out of withdrawals, right? So you're having your normal energy that you should have. I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully you guys understand what I say. Yes, I'm just like Rachel. She says she feels more tired. And that's exactly how I get from Suboxone. I feel tired, sleepy, foggy. I don't get all that energy. So it's different for everybody, I understand. But what he said about that fake energy, I love that. That's a great comment. All right, sorry guys. I just seen Dr. Chris Parkin text me back. I let him know about my my Sublocade complication today. Let's see here. So, okay, so So Kingdom Within says, I honestly don't like talking about my channel much when I'm on your channel just because I don't want to shift the focus off of you, bro. No, I understand. I understand exactly how that feels because I felt the same way about when I've posted on other people's channels as well. But please don't feel like that at all, dude. We're all showing love to each other and we all support each other. If any of you guys have a channel, you know I'm going to support you guys as well, right? Like, definitely, I'm going to send my people over there and have them check you out. And it's been awesome to see the people who have gained tremendous amount of value from your channel, Kingdom Within. I can see it. I can see my people going over there, and they're definitely enjoying you as well. So definitely don't feel like that. Don't worry about talking about your channel where you're on here. I don't want you to worry about that at all, brother. It's all love up in here. The way I see it, guys, is if I send people to your channel, it's just gonna be like we're all gonna bring each other up, right? Like there's gonna be a day 10 years from now, right, when we're all like, dude, remember back in the day when we were just little freaking, you know, YouTube rookies, right? Just bring each other all up, man. That's really all it is how I look at it. Yeah, just trying to keep everything positive with everybody. We're all going through the same life struggles in one way or another. Let's see, Christopher, you got this, man. Never cave. Keep that positive mindset when it's sucking. Rachel says caffeine is hard too. I have pretty much been caffeine free for 2 years. Much better. Yes, I know that I always feel better overall when I'm off of caffeine, for sure. Like it's not even, I can't even question that for myself personally. That is another thing that I could say is like fake energy, right? Like, I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you can relate to this or not, guys, but whenever I would take caffeine, like the best case scenario is I would be like energized for maybe 45 minutes, right? And then the rest of the day, it's like this, whatever, right? And then the next day, if I don't have it, then I'm going to have a headache or a migraine and I'm going to have zero energy. Was that really worth 30 or 45 minutes of boost of energy that I probably didn't even need, right? Like, it's just, I don't know, guys. I don't know if you feel like caffeine does more good than bad for you, then great, use it. But for me personally, I just think it taxes your organs and your body. And it's just like an overstimulation for most people that's really not needed. And to develop a many-year caffeine habit, I don't think that's the healthiest of ideas. Obviously, I'm no saint over here, but I just feel like it's something that's better used in, like, you know, certain occasions or something like that. I honestly would love to just be caffeine free and not even think about it ever again, but for whatever reason, it's had a hold of my soul for the last many, many years. So I've never been able to just fully walk away from caffeine and never look back. Perhaps I can do that in the future if I keep trying. I don't know. But I honestly, I've been planning towards wanting to get off of caffeine by the time I got this shot. So yeah, I want to try to stay off of it as good as I can. Dan says, I'm back, sorry. Rachel, I could never give up on the caffeine, haha, hell to the no. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that literally like they get so used to taking caffeine every day. It's literally just like a part of their daily identity, basically, right? And I think that many people could say that. Oh, here's Scott. So Scott, I actually responded to your comment in a video form, and that Scott, I don't know if you're still here. If you could let me know, if you could post this comment was who knows how long ago Scott made this comment, but he says, "Hey Kev, I can't stay for the rest of this chat," so obviously he's probably not here anymore. "But I just want to thank you for responding so thoroughly to my comment / situation on the other video a few days ago. Kev's a good dude, y'all." Oh, so maybe you did see that video. Did you, Scott, if you're still here, did you see the live stream we did on Monday? Like, I literally made an hour video just sharing two people's different Sublocade experiences, and that video will be made public as soon as this live stream ends, guys. And this live stream that we're on now will be made public Friday or Saturday, okay? So be patient with the YouTubes. So here we go. Carrie says, when I first switched to Sublocade, it was a little rocky. I took subs on 3 different occasions. Oh, that's funny. That's exactly what I did. Then I got the second 300 milligram shot and everything was going great. Wasn't even thinking about subs. Had my normal energy levels back. Feeling great. Clearer headed and tons of energy. Last week I got my 100 milligram shot and my doctor said some people get withdrawals when switching 300 to 100 shot. I hope that isn't true. Carrie, don't even think that way. Because think about it like this, Carrie. So if you, let me just go through the timeline, okay? If you had, so let's see. So she just got her 100 milligram shot. So that means she's been on Sublocade now 2 to 3 months, right? So she got the first 300 milligram shot, and then she got another 300 milligram shot a month later. So I guarantee you right now, Carrie, that you still have, let me do some quick math in my head. You still have probably 2 to 3, maybe even up to 2 to 400 milligrams from your first shot still in you, okay? So just because your doctor switched you to the 100 milligram shot doesn't mean it's all just gonna come crashing down, right? You still have this huge stockpile from your first 2 shots that are in your blood. And what's gonna happen is the 100 milligram shot's just gonna blend you into those shots, basically. So yeah, I know that your little devil on your shoulder can tell you that there's gonna be some huge change, but just know if you understand what I talk about with the half-lives, don't worry about that happening, okay? You're gonna be just fine. In fact, I would be willing to say that you'll probably even feel better when you're starting to lower your dose, now that you've reached what they call steady state. And thank you for sharing that with us, Carrie, as well. I've been really curious about that. Marky says, I'm 4 weeks away from my 1 year off of Suboxone. I got to do something special for myself. Hell yes, man. That is incredible, guys. So in 1 more month, we're going to throw a celebration party for Marky Rizzo. When it gets closer, Marky, make sure you remind us so we can all shout you out in the comments. So he's literally, guys, he's been off Suboxone for 11 months. That is incredible, dude. Props to you. I am truly jealous of you guys who have been able to conquer this and just move on. So shout out to you guys, man. And for sticking around here to let us know, that you're doing good and things are well. That's really admirable. Thank you, Marky. I got to get this jacket off, guys. I kind of want to look at my injection issue, but I got to leave this ice on here. Woo! Plain little old me, good to see you, says, I work from home too. I was on prescription opiate for 30 years before getting on Butte for the last 3. The withdrawal from opiates traumatized me, and now I'm scared to get off of Butte. That is definitely understandable, especially after 30 years of opiate addiction. Take your time, do it right. Deb says, poor Kev. Yeah, guys. Ugh. I don't know how big this baby is now, but I've got ice. I've got ice pack on here. Right there. I got a big old lump right there. My lumps, my lovely lady lumps. Check them out. My lovely Sublocade lump. Check it out. I don't want to laugh too hard. It kind of hurts. I'm just really worried about how bad that's going to bruise, honestly, guys. But it's slowed down. Like as soon as I got a shot, it swelled up, and then it hasn't gotten worse since then. I'm just pretty sure it's gonna bruise now, right? Probably. So plain little me was on 4 to 6 milligrams. It did save my life. Well, congratulations to go from 30 years of opiate addiction to 4 to 6 milligrams of Suboxone. That's a hell of an upgrade, and you should really be proud of yourself for coming as far as you have. That is awesome. Plain Little of Me, have you ever considered Sublocade? It could be an option for you, right? If you don't want to dilly dally with tapering for however long it takes you to taper. And if you have the proper insurance, like that's kind of the key thing for people who are wanting to switch, is if they can get their insurance to cover it. And that's really the main thing. I think that's holding a lot of people back. We got to drop the fear. Fear is a low vibration. I love that. Start telling yourself you're going to quit. Positive energy activates constant elevation. Damn, Marky coming through. Marky, you cracking me up on Matt's. I seen your comment on Matt's video. Are you a red pill man, Marky? I seen some red pill come out of your comment that you put on Matt's channel about his situation. I was just laughing at when you said that. Some of the stuff Marky says is just freaking hilarious sometimes. It's kind of hard to laugh with this ice pack on. Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind that I'm barely getting to the comment where Zach seems that the volume seems really low. Do you guys think I should skip the comments and just go to the current comments, or should I keep scrolling through the comments here? I'm gonna let you guys make the call on that. I'm trying to just pick the comments that, or actually people are saying stuff. Let's see. Carrie says, so does that mean that you still get the same dose even though that happened today? Question mark. Does it affect the shot at all? No, Carrie, I'm not worried about that at all as far as like goofing up my dose, because the medication is still in my fat area, right? Like the medication is already hardened, and it's just going to do its thing like it always does now. It's not like it went in like inside my blood vessels and traveled through and just wasted out. I can definitely feel a little bit of the feeling that I usually feel when I get the shot. So I literally feel right exactly how I should. So I'm definitely not worried about that. I know that medication hardens up within a matter of minutes. So Zach earlier had said, yes, I think the way you're doing it is way smarter. Otherwise, you're just increasing your dose every month as the half-life keeps adding up and stacking up. Yes, I agree, Zach. And so I'm actually going to make a video about that for people in the future. I'm going to make a shorter video so I can hammer that point home. That it's really not even necessary to go in every 4 weeks for your Sublocade shot, in my personal opinion, once you reach the steady state, just simply due to the long half-life. So yeah, I will make a video deep diving into that a little, just specifically into that point, because it's a pretty important point. It'll save a lot of people a lot of money and also a lot of hassle, right? If you can go to the doc, I mean, Sublocade already saves me so much hassle as it is, just getting off of the daily Suboxone grind. But like if you go into take your Sublocade shot every month, that's 12 appointments per year, right? If you can go every 2 months, that cuts it in half. That's 6 appointments a year for somebody who would want to stay on you could call it a MAT treatment, right? You're still having medicine in your system. And to be able to do a quick 15-minute appointment just 6 times in a whole year, that sounds like a hell of a lot of an easier life to me than dosing Suboxone once or twice a day, right? So what if you took Suboxone twice a day? That's what, 650 different doses that you would have to take during the year. That's a lot of focus from your daily life that you have to put into taking Suboxone, right? Whether if you could just go in for a shot every 2 months, quick shot, and you're done, you don't have to think about it anymore. Like, doesn't that sound so much less stressful to you guys? I mean, damn, that's a huge difference. Huge difference. I actually asked my doctor today, I said, I noticed that you guys don't drug test while on Sublocade. I said, why don't you do that? And he said, honestly, once people switch to Sublocade, it's different than with Suboxone. You can take your Suboxone script and go and sell it, right? And then you can go get the harder drugs. Once you get the Sublocade injection, there's really no question about it. You can't take it out and go sell it on the streets, right? It's in you. And he said, plus obviously looking at you, I know you're into health and fitness. Like, it's clear. He's like, it's clear to me that you're not on meth or anything like that. So I'm not worried about that. And he even said, I was surprised by this. He's like, even if you were smoking weed, like that wouldn't be an issue to me. And I was like, damn, you chill. I said, I don't like that at all, but good to know. And he said some other things about it too, but I had noticed that, guys. That's another huge pro when it comes to being on Sublocade shop. No more drug tests, right? I don't know about you guys, but I always felt weird with the drug test because I know in my heart, I haven't taken opiates for 7 years. This is a waste of a drug test. To me, that's what I think, right? And it just feels weird to me to have to take a drug test being clean off of opiates for 7 years. And then the doctor's like, okay, go take a drug test. Like, I don't need this drug testing. What are you talking about, dude? I haven't taken drugs like that for 7 years now. That's the last thing I'm thinking about, right? And not only that, but having to go get your Suboxone refills. Like, there's many pharmacists who will look down on you for getting your refill of Suboxone, right? I know you guys can relate to me on this. Unless you go to like a place where you're, say you go to a MAC clinic and they send all their customers there, then they're not usually ever gonna like treat you differently for being on Suboxone. But if you go to a pharmacist that usually doesn't have a lot of experience with Suboxone, in my personal experience, they treat you differently, and it feels weird and it is messed up that they do that. And if you're a pharmacist out there watching this and you treat people differently for being on Suboxone, that's all I gotta say to you. Do not do that bullshit. Because if you realize the lifestyle that they were on, being on street meds or fentanyl or even opiates from the doctor, oxys, right? Going from that to Suboxone is way better, right? And safer, and it is what it is, guys. Don't judge people who are on Suboxone. That's just bullshit. Unless you've been through the opiate lifestyle yourself, then don't be trying to judge when you probably go home and drink a fifth of vodka every night anyway. So, yeah. It just pisses me off that people, specifically people in the medical profession, treat people who are on Suboxone differently. That really pisses me off. Okay, Carrie says, I did update. See, this is where my problem is from responding to comments so late and getting so far behind, is that Carrie said, I did update you on my Sublocade. I wrote 2 big comments about it. So I did read that. Sorry, I'm just kind of scrolling through the comments here. See, so what Sonny says, he says, I drink coffee in the morning. It doesn't really do much for me. I wish it did. Occasionally, I might have one in the evening. See, so that's my same issue. It's just like, okay, I'm putting in this stimulant in my body and I'm not even getting anything out of it. oftentimes I'm paying $3 or $4 for an energy drink, right? So not only I'm going to the gas station, I'm spending this money, but I'm not even getting anything out of it. And on top of that, it's taxing my heart and my organs, right? I once was having issues with my heart, and when I went to the doctor, he was like, "What are you taking? This and that." And I was like, "I'm taking 600 milligrams of caffeine pills first thing in the morning." And he looked at me. And I said, it's no big deal though. I don't even feel it." And he stopped me right there. He said, "Just because you don't feel it doesn't mean that your body isn't being, your organs aren't being taxed by this, right? Just because you don't feel it psychologically doesn't mean that it's not harping on your body, right? If that makes sense. So it's like, why put your body under all that stress, especially if you're not even getting anything out of it? Just because of a habit? Like, that sucks. And that's why I want to move on from caffeine, guys. I know deep down that I feel much better every day when I'm off of caffeine. I know that it sucks to kind of go through that and like taper off or cold turkey jump if you can. But I just know that I feel better because I have plenty of time not being on caffeine, and I know that I feel better when I'm not on it. Sonny, I was going to ask if you had a chance to try making the ramen noodles with the scrambled eggs yet. I haven't had a chance to do the over easy yet either, but I want to try it. I think of you whenever I make that now. I keep forgetting to. I need to make an over easy egg next time I try that because I just did it today. Let's see here. Marky says, "Thank you to everyone who got me here." Yeah, that's badass, dude. It makes you wonder, like, what our lives would be like if YouTube wasn't a thing, right? And like we never met each other through here. It's kind of weird to think about, huh? Oh my God, Marky says, "I was punching the air." Like, no, I'm a married red pill kind of guy, Marky, dude. Yes, yes, yes. That would be me if I was married. Trust me, I've taken some red pills in my life. Major L's I've taken. I'm just curious, Marky, who's your favorite red pill creators? Plain Little Old Me says, "I'm a lot older than most in this chat." How old are you, Plain Little Old Me? It's all good. You can be as old as you want up in here. Plain Little Me says, "I'll be 60 in May, so I'm 29.95 twice." And holding. That's why Kev calls me Mama Deb. Good to see you, Robert. Plain Little Me. I was on Percocet for 30 years. It had long since stopped working. I'm grateful. Grateful for Bupe, but I need to get off of it. Yeah, and that's a really important point to make, that buprenorphine saves a lot of lives. There's no question about it. But there comes a time in your buprenorphine or Suboxone or Subutex or even Sublocade careers, you could call it, that you know that it's time to move on from the medication, right? And really, it's only you, the person that looks in the mirror every day, that knows when that time is. It's really not just up to your doctor, because your doctor doesn't know what you're thinking and feeling all day, right? Yes, take what your doctor says seriously, but you have to be accountable for you at the end of the day, guys, right? Your doctor can slap a label on you at any second. I once had my old mat doctor. I told him I was anxious, and he's like, he literally, guys, like with that, in like a 5-minute conversation, he's like, he literally labeled me. What did he label me? Like he gave me a diagnosis of God, what was it? Ugh, it was like a pretty serious diagnosis, and he just came up with it in like 5 minutes of talking to me. God, what was it? I can't remember what it was now. But it's like, dude, we've just been talking for 5 minutes. You can't really diagnose me. There's so much more to the story than just a quick 5-minute. I don't know, guys. Rachel says, oh my God, I have so much to say about that another time. Bye for real, guys. Bye, Rach. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out here in the chat with us. I'm so grateful that I got out when I did. I would be dead if not for Butte. My son is 32 and he lost 2 of his friends to it in 1 week. Yeah, that's rough. I definitely have lost a lot of friends. Like, I can't imagine if what had happened to me and my friends back in the day was going on right now. Man, I can't imagine how many dead friends I would have. With a vision says, what was your complication? I'm getting here late. So my injection today, my doctor, I guess, apparently hit a vein. So I had, now I'm forgetting the name of it. I had definitely some big swelling going on. I could say that. It looks like there's a mini golf ball under my skin where I got. Yes, he's like, yes, that's exactly what he said. I diagnosed you with anxiety disorder, and it was literally like, dude, you just barely started talking to me. And he was literally trying to like get me on Xanax like right away. And so just, that's why I always say, guys, like it's up to you to know in your soul. Like another doctor tried putting me on, I told him I was depressed. So immediately that's really what they do, right? Is they put people on medications. So their best way to help is to immediately throw whatever medication at you that they think that will help you, which makes sense, right? But also it makes sense to where that's another medication that you're going to have to come off of in the future, but it could save your life. So you really have to kind of do your research. It's easy to get doctors to throw medications at you, especially in 2023. You just have to make your best judgment, guys, right? I never even took the antidepressant pills that the doctor gave me. First of all, because I knew that there were sexual side effects, and Suboxone already does enough of that as it is. So I was like, dude, there's no way I can do both. And then also I knew that it was just going to be another medication that I would have to taper off in the future. And I didn't want to complicate my life any more than it was when I was on Suboxone. Sonny's over there stashing ramen noodles for himself. Oh, George Bruno and Entrepreneurs and Cars. Yes, I love both of those channels. Yep. I haven't seen Bruno's channel for quite a while. I'm 2 weeks into working out. I'm going to torture this 40-something meat suit. Oh my gosh, you guys, I had such a good leg workout the other day. Oh, I am still sore from freaking Sunday on my legs. I could barely get out of bed because I hit my legs so hard. Hey Jessica, good to see you. It looks like I pretty much got caught up here on the shot here, guys. Oh, awesome! We got a newbie for Sublocade. Oh shit! So this might not be the best This might not be the best video for you, but it's all good. Hey, at least you got your shot. Hopefully you didn't have an issue like I had today. How's your transition going so far? About how many hours ago did you get your Sublocade shot? And if you could tell the group what dose of Suboxone you came from and what dose of Sublocade did you transition to? I think we talked about this in the comments recently, but if you could just go ahead and clarify that on the live stream here. So if you guys didn't hear earlier, there was a complication with my injection today, and I have some abnormal swelling on my injection site, and I'm sure it's going to be bruised quite a bit. So I've got ice on it right now, and that's the first time that that's happened to me. It isn't really painful, but it's definitely swollen, and it's likely going to be a pretty decent bruise going forward, I'm sure, for the next week or two. I will make update videos just showing you guys exactly what it looks like. But as of right now, it's just like it looks like there's a golf ball under my skin, pretty much. A smaller golf ball, right? Not a full-size golf ball. What's a little bit smaller than a golf ball, guys? But also but I lowered my dose today, and I took the lower dose. I took an even lower dose. So as you guys know, the smallest dose of Sublocade that they make is 100 milligrams. He scored it out 25% of that, so I got 75 milligrams in my shot today. So that's why it's kind of a bummer for me, is because I was all excited that I pushed myself. Like, I've been inspired by you guys here lately on the channel, so I was like, yeah, I've been pushing myself basically by tapering myself, by spacing out my Sublocade doses. But on top of that, I also wanted to actually change and lower my Sublocade dose. So it's kind of a bummer to, like, today was going to be like all happy as hell because, like, hey, not only I skipped an entire month extra on my dose, but I chopped my dose down to 75 milligrams this time. And then it ends up having an issue, like a complication, like, oh, bruh. So it just kind of sucked, but we'll get over it. We'll get past it. It is what it is. Do you guys want me to freaking show you this? You guys want to see this? My stomach. I just don't want to freak anybody out, especially this fella who just got his Sublocade injection. As I said earlier, though, my doctor said he's only seen this happen 3 to 4 times since he's even been injecting Sublocade. So I'm wanting to see what with Envision says as far as his doses. Oh, here we go. He already said it. So he says, good so far. I was on 4 milligrams, but I went up to 8 milligrams to get the 300 milligram shot. I'm not new here. I've been around, just changed my name to here. It used to be P. Miller. Oh, okay. Well, change it back to P. Miller, damn it. Just kidding. It was a lot easier for me to remember who you were, but when you guys change your name, it throws me off. But it's all good. So, okay, so how many hours ago did you get the shot, and how are you feeling right now? For me personally, I feel like the shot peaks somewhere around maybe like 6 to 8 hours for me personally. But most people, it's going to be right around 24 hours. And also, I have a question. Do you have a stockpile of Suboxone, or are you going to make sure that you just cut it right off immediately? Ping pong ball. That's definitely, I want to say it's even a little bit smaller than a ping pong ball. At least it was. It might be bigger now. Who knows? Ping pong ball. Yes, that's definitely better than a golf ball. And also, I wanted to say too that I have always had like a little bit of swelling and soreness. That's definitely to be expected. Like P. Miller, I'm sure he's going to be tender. Your shot should be tender for probably, I don't know, I'm going to guess maybe 3, 4, 5 days or something like that. So don't freak yourself out with that. He said the shot did burn pretty bad though. Yeah, I've heard that the 300 milligram shots hurt a bit more. But luckily that goes away pretty quickly, right? Did your doctor numb you at all, or did he just go straight up? Newbie here, also scheduled for Sublocade, also next week. I love what you're doing. Keep it up, man. Awesome. CME Grow 74. Sweet. A lot of you guys are switching over to the Sublocade shot, and I appreciate you guys letting me know. Also, that reminds me, do not forget to go share your experience once you have a little bit more experience. Go to the video that I made, and this is for you guys that haven't heard of this yet. Go to the video that I made. It's titled, and it's all in caps lock. It's titled the official Share Your Sublocade Experience video or something like that. Just search it on YouTube. It'll pop right up. It's all in caps lock. And share how your transition went from Suboxone or opiates to Sublocade. I looked the other day. We had like 100 comments on that channel. So I want that video. I want that video to be the place that everybody can go and everybody can read a whole bunch of different people's experiences. So it's not just my experience out there, right? I love this community. Thank you all. Thank you, Deb. We love you too, girl. Just do something, Kingdom, then tomorrow, then the next. You'll crush it, bro. Beat the enemy within. What did Kingdom say? Oh, okay, so Zach. Damn, Zach coming through. Zach coming through today. Zach says, sleep with a pillow over that hematoma. It will help increase circulation, which will allow the lymphatic fluids to break down the blood quicker. Sleep with a pillow over it. So, Zach, how I sleep is I sleep elevated on my back. So maybe I'm not understanding. Just set a pillow on my stomach? Is that what you're saying? Because I can't sleep on my sides. Sleep with a pillow over it. How does putting a pillow over my stomach help with the circulation? I don't think I'm understanding you all the way. Dan says, show it. All right, I'll show you guys here in just a minute. I just don't want to freak anybody out. And another thing too is that things never look as bad on video, I think, as they do in real life. So I don't think it's going to look as bad to you guys as it does to me, because I'm looking down at my abs, right? And I'm seeing this abnormal thing poking out from my abs that's never been there before. So yeah, I'll just say that. Like when I see myself on video, guys, like I don't even really look like that buff, but when you see me in person, I look a lot bigger than I do here on this little video screen. Sometimes I look at myself on this video, I'm like, what the hell? That is not what I'm seeing in the mirror at the gym every day. Or even here in my freaking room, right? So you guys know that like video doesn't really usually show things like as dramatic as they are, I guess. Like when I used to race cars, like it doesn't really capture everything right. Like when you do a drag race, it's so exciting and there's all this emotion and sounds and energy, and when you watch it on video, it's like, it's just two cars just going down the street, right? Jessica says, Kev, congrats on the caffeine withdrawal. You look spent, though. I am spent, trust me. I hear that you've been sleeping and coming off of... Oh, yeah, because you said that I look tired in the other video. Yeah, I have been tired, trust me. Just leaving, coming off caffeine, even in pits of jumping. This is the darkest circles I've seen on you. Do I look that rough right now? Do I look that rough? I always have dark circles around my eyes, but... Yeah, I appreciate that though, Jessica. I'll keep reminding you. Got it at 2 p.m. So far, so good. No more subs left. That's good, dude. Like, I like to tell a lot of people that when they make the transition, and I think I made this in the video that I'm going to make not private, public after this one ends. I was talking a lot about it. I was saying that. And somebody had mentioned this too. I think it was the guy that I made the review. He said something like his doctor no longer would allow him to have oral medication after he gave him the Sublocade shot, right? So basically his doctor kind of just cut him off, and some people don't agree with that. Some people say that that's like kind of messed up, but I don't know, guys. I kind of have mixed feelings on that. Just because of now that I have the experience of making the transition, I'm like I would bet like probably every dollar that I had to say that you will not go into withdrawal once you have the shot in you. But that's just my experience, right? So I can see why some doctors would cut you off orally, and I could see why some would give you a little bit to help transition the first month, maybe. But I think most people they just don't want to lose that backup plan, and I understand why. I know it can be kind of scary to make that change, but just have faith in it, guys. It's a very expensive medication. It works. Let it do its job. If you're really ready to move on from this Suboxone lifestyle, then just let it happen, guys. Billy says, I got those shots back in the day after my fourth shot, and I tried to be done. I went 8 months and all of a sudden felt like I got hit by the withdrawal truck. Additionally, there were two spots that did. Two spots that did what? So Billy says he got 4 shots and then he made it 8 months, and it sounds like he said that his withdrawal hit him out of nowhere. So something to think about for the future, guys. There were 2 spots that did. Your body naturally heats up to an area which you get scraped. Okay, so hold on. Your body naturally heats up to an area when you get scraped. This increases inflammation, which starts the healing process. Good. I'm sorry, Zach. I'm still a little bit confused on that, brother. So he says your body naturally heats up an area when you get scraped. This increases inflammation, which starts the healing process. So what does that have to do with a pillow on my stomach? Or did I miss something else you said? Oh, okay. So he says slightly. Sorry, dude. I'm all over the place with these comments. So he says slightly increase the temperature, which stimulates angiogenesis, formation of new blood vessels. Heat gets blood flowing. Seems it would make the hematoma bigger. So what? Wait, my doctor told me to put ice on it for the rest of today, and then tomorrow he told me to do heat and heat then to ice, like switch it back and forth. It's very interesting how the body works. I definitely don't know anything about this kind of stuff. So, yeah, if you guys have any information about what's going on, how to help this hematoma heal better, I guess I should say, feel free to leave some comments on here. Once you're burning fat and your hunger changes, you're good. I'm eating 1 meal a day at the moment, and then I'll incorporate some longer fasts. Damn, 1 meal a day, dude? I could not do that. What you're describing and ended up coming through the skin. Not trying to freak you out, but sharing my experience. Oh, that sounds scary. Yeah, I have seen some pictures that showed like a really bad bruise. So at least like if that happens, I'll know that it's gonna happen, right? My hope here is that since my shot was so small, that it's gonna whatever happens is gonna happen a little bit less than it maybe would have. Dude, that would be awesome, Marky, if you guys did that. Sonny, let's go live with Kevin for my 1 year off to give people hope. Dude, do you guys want to do that? That would be great. That would be awesome. I would love that if you guys do want to hop on here. Sublocade was more steady than subs, but I still didn't feel free. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to say that I'm over. I'm definitely over. I'm not just moved on with my life. That's not. I'm definitely not trying to say that, you guys. I am still on buprenorphine, obviously, but there's a shot in my stomach, right? I don't have to take medication every single day that I wake up. It's not the first thing on my mind anymore. So as far as feeling 100% free like a butterfly, I don't think I'll ever feel that because I think that there's always life issues that you have to deal with, right? As soon as I get off of the Sublocade shot, then there's going to be some other issue that I have to handle or tackle, or caffeine or sleep mids or whatever it is that I have to get off, right? Like, are you ever like really 100% free from everything in life? I don't know if that's to be true. I feel like everybody kind of has some things that they need to tackle, right? But I understand what you're saying, though. I ran out of characters and comments, but continued with my next comment for you guys. But I do appreciate you sharing your story. And that's good to know, right, guys? Like, I don't want this channel just to be Sublocade is 100% perfect. Nothing bad can ever happen. It's the only guaranteed solution to your life problems. That's not what I want this channel to be. I personally feel that Sublocade is a huge upgrade over oral Suboxone just based on my experience alone, right? That's just how I honestly feel, and I can't tell you guys any different from that. And I know a lot of you guys are feeling the same way. I'm seeing the comments. But yes, there will be some complications for some people. Some people aren't going to do as good as they think that they're going to do. So it is what it is, guys. Like with anything, there's going to be good and there's going to be bad. I agree. Ice it. Rest, ice, compress, and elevate. I've had a heck of a ride of a journey since then. I'm in a good place right now, but it wasn't easy. So, Billy, what's your situation now? I'm curious. Yeah, I would ice it immediately after the injury, but then after the inflammation stage is over and the proliferation stages begin, I would add heat, but very little heat. So I have these rice bags. Is that what you're saying? Just kind of maybe get them like a little bit warm and put that on there. So what? I would put the rice on there tomorrow, you guys, and maybe I switch it out ice and then heat. Every, like, how often would you switch it? Like once every hour? Damn it, Jessica, don't make me laugh. Share your hump and bump. Share your lump and bump. All right, guys, I'll show you guys in just a moment here. Let me finish up these comments here. I'm trying to think of the best way I can, because the lighting sucks in here, guys. It's kind of like not the best lighting in here. So I'm not sure how it's going to look on the video, but I'll show you in just a moment. Did you tell your doctor not to rub it or mess with it after the injection? Mine told me that when I get mine. Yeah, they always tell you not to touch it. There's really not a point to touch it. Like, it's just a hard formed bump, right? Still asking, I thought you were going to do that. Do you have a plan to be free? That was a good feeling not to think about meds first thing in the AM, man. Any positives you can take each day is beautiful. I want to have hope. I know there were times that I didn't feel hopeful. Not knocking on any of it. I've always rooted for the quit date. You can do it. Thanks, Vision. Billy Brow, how did you sleep? Proud of you for doing what you're doing with this channel. When I was in PT, I had ice and they said 30 minutes each. Give it. What the hell's wrong with this thing? Okay. I had to do ice and heat. They said 30 minutes each. Give it 2 to 3 hours and repeat. All right, guys, you want to see this baby? You want to see this baby? You want to see my golf ball? My lovely lady hunts. Check them out. All right, how am I going to do this, baby? I need some light up in here. Need some light up in here. All right, I might have to get goofy with the phone, guys, so just chill out, all right? Let me drink some drinky drink. Oh, yeah, baby. All right, you guys ready to see my bumps? My lovely lady bumps? Check them out. All right, let me pull this one off the plug here. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys let me try to get some light up in here. I'm going to show you guys, so this is going to be the straight on angle, which is not as bad, but when you go to the side, that's when it gets real bad. So here you go, guys. Right here. Okay, so remember, this is the good angle right here. That's that baby. From the side is the worst, guys. Look at that. Try to get some light in here. Ah, can't do it. There we go. Look at that, you guys. That is not normal. And that's only 75 milligrams. It's not bruising yet, but dude, that's a freaking lump. Like, I understand that Sublocade is supposed to be a lump, and it is, but it's not supposed to be that damn big. That's a big baby. That's a big baby. So yeah, guys, that's what it looks like right now. I'm expecting it to be like purple and bruised probably for the next few days. So I'll make videos about that too, guys, but it is what it is, right? I just wanted to see you abs, your abs. Damn it, girl, quit making me laugh. Megan says, wow, yeah, it's definitely, but I am happy to say that that's how it's looked since it first happened, right? Yeah, it's definitely like tender feeling. The shots have always been tender for me. Yeah, if you guys have any ideas or comments on like what to help, as these guys have been saying, feel free to put any comments. Should I be taking aspirin or Tylenol or ibuprofen, or what do you guys think? Any other tips to help that baby heal? I'm all about it. Just let me know. Should I get the ice back on this? So it was a 100 milligram shot, but I only took 75 milligrams of it. So he squirted 25% of the shot out. Hold on a sec, guys. I gotta put this baby back on. Ice it, she says. Yeah, that's pretty bad. So that is my first complication with Sublocade. It is what it is. Throw some ice back on this bad boy. No, I didn't. I started. So it doesn't sound like you've been here for a while, Jessica. So I've been doing some different things with my Sublocade. My first shot was 150 milligrams. You never started at 300. No, I did not. So I started at 150 milligrams, and I've been tapering by spacing out my doses longer each time. So this last shot, I skipped 8 weeks between shots. And I've just gone longer between each shot. This is the first time I've went below 100 milligrams. So I did 150 milligrams first shot. Then my second shot, I went down to 100 milligrams. And then my third shot, I added an extra week. Fourth shot, I added an extra 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks. And then my fifth shot, I added an extra month between shots. So I went 2 full months between shots. And I think my last shot is going to be the next shot. It's going to be probably another 75 milligrams. I don't know, guys. I'm just kind of playing it by ear and taking things as they come. Things have always changed in my past, so I hate to like set any concrete plans with you guys, because as you guys know, sometimes things change. A lot of times things change for me. So yeah, I mean, things are great for me. I'm really happy to be off of the daily Suboxone grind. It's not costing me anything due to my insurance. So to me, this is just helping rewire my brain to get out of my daily dosing. So where when this comes time to wear out of my system, it should be that much easier, right? But maybe I'm full of shit, and maybe it's just as bad as jumping off of a cold turkey Suboxone, right? I hope to God that doesn't happen, but some people are saying that there is a withdrawal, so we'll find out in the future, guys. It just remains to be seen, right? So I have seen way more positive comments than the negative ones, and that really says something as far as this goes. Looks like we've already gone 2 hours here, guys. So we're going to probably wrap things up in the next 10 minutes or so. If you have any further questions or comments, please throw them in the comments now. We still have 22 people in here, guys. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet done so. And make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, guys. Baby. Let's see here. Rob says 2 times in a row, they must have hit a vein and it hurts. 2 times in a row, what? Oh, so earlier Rob said, I have a huge red blood blister from my shot. So how long ago did you get your shot? What's his name? So you had issues 2 times in a row, Rob? Is that what you're saying? Are you really, really skinny or no? And what doses are you taking? Billy says, sleep is hard to come by. I use 2 to 4 milligrams of melatonin if needed. Valerian root a bunch too. At first I didn't sleep hardly at all. Let's see here. I just got a Sublocade shot. Should it be red? A lot of people do have that happen. You're too much. Laugh out loud. Dizam, Marky says. I haven't seen Eric hop on it. Or was it Eric or... Yeah, it was Eric that did the cold turkey Suboxone or cold turkey opiate withdrawal. I was hoping he would hop on here and tell us. Valerian root helps me sometimes too, Deb says. I'm curious about your situation that you said there, Rob, and I think you already responded, so I'm going to scroll down here for a little bit. Hold on a sec. So, Rob, you're saying 2 shots in a row. 2 shots in a row, what? 2 times in a row, they must have hit a vein and it hurts. Like, it hurts after the injection or while they're injecting it or what? So Billy, the guy that was talking about Sublocade earlier, he says, I didn't taper down though as you're doing though, bud. I went from 100 milligrams to nothing. Then 8 months later, the issues came. You're going a better route. So, okay, so Billy, it sounds like you probably were just getting your shots every month, right? Like most people probably do and will. And then he just went right from 100 milligrams to nothing. So, as you guys are hearing that some people say, yes, sir. Oh, as you're hearing, some people. So he's saying 8 months later it took for his withdrawal to kick in. But he didn't taper at all with the Sublocade. Now, most people will say that tapering Sublocade isn't necessary, but as you guys know, I'm really freaking OCD with this stuff. So I'm just trying to do whatever I can to kind of help my situation out for the long haul. And that's why I've been not only lowering my doses, but spacing them out further each time, right? Trying to keep my buprenorphine levels from coming up so high, because if they come up so high, then they're going to have to come down later in the future, right? Jessica says, good to see you, Kev. Ice that tonight, then put tomorrow, fill a sock with rice. So yeah, I have one of those rice bags, so I'll definitely use that for sure. Thanks, Jessica. Good to see you too. Haven't seen you around here for a while, so good to see you. Let's see. Okay, so Rob says 100 milligrams, and I weigh 185 pounds. Rice, heat for 2 minutes. Then heat like 4 times a day. Okay, awesome. Oh, Jessica says she did cold turkey 8 milligrams of Suboxone. Miserable. How long ago did you do that, Jessica? Congratulations on getting off of that. That's a huge dose to cold turkey from. That's incredible. Carrie says they're still drug testing you while on Sublocade. Are you serious? Yeah, I literally asked my doctor today and I said, why are you guys not drug testing? And that's exactly what he said. Oh, Carrie says, Zach says, Carrie, maybe it's your state law there. Yeah, that could definitely be different. It could be something with the law stuff. Oh my gosh, Jessica, wow, you've been around since 2019. Yeah, I've tried to do this quite a few times. I'm sure you've seen through the years. So wait, you've been off since 2019? We jumped the same day? Holy crap. You got a good memory. I think in 2019 I tried to come off once or twice. The years are just like so confusing to me. The years are just like jumbled at this point. Plus my memory sucks anyways. I am getting old. Why did they say that they don't test you, Kev? Because they said there's I said it earlier in the video, but he said that you can't take your Sublocade out and go sell it on the street like you can your box of Sublocade or Suboxone, right? He said once it's in you, you're basically blocked. Even if you took opiates, you're not going to feel it anyway. So it's like he said obviously looking at me, clearly I don't do meth, right? And I'm super into health and fitness, he says. So it's just like he knows that it's been so long since I've been in that lifestyle. It's literally just pretty much a waste of time. But yeah, I think that was the main reason, is like because a lot of people take their Suboxone and they'll go and sell it, right? And then they go get their real drugs that they want to get. That's not a possibility once you're on Sublocade. Yeah, they sure do. And definitely not allowed to have anything in my system, including pot. What state are you in, Carrie? Yeah, they literally haven't tested me once since I've been on Sublocade. Like, they haven't even brought it up at all. That's why I brought it up today. I was like, okay. But when I was in the MAT program, like, they were all about testing me, right? I was pro Kratom to curve, but not to ride. Carrie's in Ohio. Billy says, I gotta run, guys. Thanks for being here. Stay strong and blessed. Chat soon. All right, Billy. Thanks for sharing your experience, man. Hopefully things are going well for you, and thanks for checking in, bud. And speaking of that, guys, it's 2 hours and 8 minutes. I know your boys got to get running here too, so if you guys can say any last goodbyes. And before we do sign off, guys, I want to make a quick shout out to the sponsors of today's live stream. We had Mama Deb with the $10 Cash App, baby, and Marky Rizzo with a $5 Cash App, baby. So thank you guys for sponsoring today's live stream. I really appreciate both of you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Okay, sorry, I was looking at something else here. What disaster? What happened in Ohio? Down in Ohio. Kev, I watch you jump, make it months, then life happened and you resorted back. Damn, girl, you have been around for a while. Yes, I remember that. What? Train derailment? I have not heard of this. That's up in Ohio? Oh my gosh. I need to look this up. I'll make a video, guys, like a shorter video just showing an experience or showing this this injection that I had, the issue. So I'll go ahead and make a shorter update video for you guys going forward just so you can see like what happens. Pray for your boy. Knock on wood here. Carrie says 100. Kev, I want to see you ride the free wave. I'm here, whatever step you take, homie. I want to see you set free. I'm already free right now, girl. I'm as free as I'm going to get. No, I know what you're saying. No, I appreciate that, Jessica. Let's see here. Kev needs a red pill. No, I've got plenty of red pills. Metaphorically speaking, right? So luckily the train wreck situation is hours away from me. What about that shooting in Michigan? Did you guys hear about that? Like that maybe isn't that where Matt's from, is Michigan? I'm pretty sure he's in Michigan. Or there was some kind of like mass shooting or something recently in Michigan or something like that. Animals are dying. What? Don't tell me that, Deb. You're gonna make me sad up in here. Again, I just wanted to see your abs laugh out loud. My flabs, I'm getting flabby. That freaking bump makes it look like I'm getting flabby anyway. Apparently the Ohio River tested with particles from the oil spill is what? The train derailment could be the biggest hazardous accident. What the hell? Dude, that is messed up. Trust the government, they are here to help. Dad, quit making me laugh. Kev's just lucky I don't have his phone number. This shit I'd be saying. You guys trying to make me laugh over here. There's been 4 train derails. What? Oh my gosh. Dude, I gotta look at this right now. Hold on a sec, guys. I'm not really in a rush to get off of here, so we're just chilling here at this point. If you're not here just to chill here, the news is depressing. Oh, maybe I shouldn't look at this. How have I not heard of this? Because I don't watch the news? Now I'm kind of scared to see this crap. So what do I search for? Ohio train crash? Oh, Ohio train derailment. This happened 2 days ago? It seems like this is going to take me a while to get caught up on. Sorry guys, we're just chilling here. Oh yeah, and I heard about the aliens being shot out of the sky or some goofy shit like that. What's that all about? I'm not trying to go political, guys, obviously. You know that's not me, but there's just some crazy stuff going on in our world right now. It's pretty scary. I'm just over here with my Sublocade lumps. My lump. You know what's crazy too, guys, is that like I literally can almost not feel anything from the other shots anymore. There's one, the last shot I had 2 months ago, I can barely feel it on the right side of my lower body, my flabs, my lower flabs. And that's definitely different than when I was going in previous months. I could still feel like a couple of the shots, right? So definitely by spacing out the doses how I have been, it's clearly lowering my buprenorphine levels. Just based off of how I'm feeling, what I can actually physically feel in my stomach, and also just the half-life calculations alone. But sorry, I'm trying to multitask here, guys. Sorry about that. Shout out to the woke folks up in here. Or search vinyl chloride. sure it's top headlines if you search Ohio. What? Evacuation order. I gotta see this crap. Footage shows train did not stop when it caught fire. Hold on a sec, guys. I'm gonna watch this little short video. We're just chilling up in here. This is the after hours. This is the after hours session here. Skip ad, man. Come on. Big old ad. What's wrong with my internet? What the hell? This ain't no footage. It's supposed to show some footage, but it's literally just showing you a picture. A leak stems from a truck tractor pulling a box trailer that rolled. What the hell is going on in our world, guys? There's some funky ass shit going on out here in our world, man. So funny, he had no idea. Need to be more like Kev. Dude, seriously, like, I was watching this show last night on Netflix, and it was just like, it was, what's it called? Love is Blind. It was like the last couple of reunion party thing or something like that they put. And they were like, oh, so excited for the drama tonight. And it just made me think how different my life is now. Like, I have no drama in my life, guys. Like, I don't watch the news, obviously. Like, when I see like the issues in our world, it just makes me depressed. And like, I can't do nothing to fix that shit, right? Like, when I see videos on YouTube that like they're showing bombs falling out of the sky to drop on live human beings over there in the war, and it's just like, I don't know, dude. Like, it's just crazy the stuff that we have access to. It's like we have all these. It's weird to think about this stuff because there's all these travesties in the world, right? And I'm just sitting here in my townhouse making videos on YouTube, and I have no idea about this stuff. It's just like with like other issues that I see on the news. It's like when the war kicked off or when the virus hit, right, guys? Like, I got so depressed when I followed it because it just feels like the world is just over. But the truth is that my everyday life was exactly the same way. Like, just because the virus hit and a war popped off, like, that doesn't have to be the end of my existence, right? I'm just living, I can only do what I can only do. I can't change the world from my little YouTube phone screen, right? Like, I don't want to stress myself out over nothing that I can't personally touch and help fix, or you guys get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's easy to fall into the trap of being overcome by depressive news or, you know, stuff like this. It sounds like I'm going to probably look into this and then I'm going to have all these negative feelings in my body, when the truth is, from here in Utah, it's never going to be anything that I can change or affect. So kill your television. That says, yeah, I definitely don't watch like the nightly news. I never ever watch that stuff because that is just too much negativity and depressive stuff. Like, I try to minimize any anxiety that I have in my life if possible. Like, I don't tolerate drama from any of my friends or family members. And what does that tell you? That tells you I like to keep my drama low, right? And so if I look at this crazy shit going on in the world all day long, then that's gonna tell my brain that I'm in this anxiety area when I'm really not. So it sucks that that's happening, yes, but there's literally nothing I can do about it. So I don't want to like lose my peace what little bit of peace I have over some issues that there's nothing that I could do about. Damn, Nate S says day 101. Let's go. Nate S is 101 days off Suboxone, guys. Are you allowed to threaten TV like that on YouTube? I don't know. We might get taken down here. Kev, now you're getting it. TV world is different from reality. It absolutely is. Absolutely. Congratulations, Nate. Nate is 101 days off El Suboxone. Well, if anybody shows at my door, I'm not going to lay down. Deb, you going to open that can of whoop ass, huh? Awesome, Nate. Nate S. Oh, Sonny's still in here. Marky 15th is my man. Your tax dollars at work. A military helicopter wrecked onto a busy highway and went up in flames today. Where was that at? News depressing, don't watch it, Jessica says. Yes, that shooting was in Capital Lansing, Michigan. MSU College, 3 deceased, and the shooter killed himself. 10 injured. Also prayers for all involved. Messed up situation. Oh, that's what he's talking about. Marky 15th. Wait, Marky 15th is my man. So do you want to do that on the 15th, Sonny? Is that what you're saying or no? I forgot what state. There's a video showing the helicopter free falling out of the sky. Okay, so the 15th of March? Is that what you guys are saying? So yeah, that would be about right? Wouldn't that be? Yeah, that would be right at the 12 months. So, okay, so 4 weeks from today, we're gonna have Sonny and Marky on the channel. You could put a date on that. So March 15th. Okay, sounds good, dudes. Sounds good, fellas. 2 hours and 22 minutes. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have some angry people that this live stream went too long. Okay, guys. I'm gonna end the video here, and then I'm gonna turn the other one that we did on Monday to public. So if you guys want to watch a pretty interesting video about Sublocade, 2 different people have 2 totally different situations with Sublocade. One is really good and one is not so good. So I just want you guys to hear these stories. So if you'd like to, go watch that video shortly after I end this stream. I'm going to make that one public or live or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, Jessica, I remember vaguely, but yeah, trying to remember stuff from 2019 is very hard for me. I do definitely remember your name, and I remember like chatting with you over the years, but yeah, that's very interesting. My apologies. I have so much stuff that I have to like remember on this stream, and with everybody's situations and stuff, it's very hard for me to remember. So I'm sorry, girl. I have a horrible memory. I almost didn't even remember my own mom's birthday today, actually. Subs, that's the reason that definitely, I've heard that could definitely contribute to that for sure. Sonny says we'll be there. I'm out. Good luck, guys. See you, Kev. Okay, Sonny, we'll see you then. Thanks you guys for chatting. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. 2 hours and 25 minutes. I'm sorry this went so damn long. I'm going to go ahead and catch up on my daily, nightly news. And then I'm going to go get a good workout in, hopefully, tonight. So Wherever you guys are, try to keep the faith and try to stay positive, whatever your situation is, guys. I love you all, and we'll see you guys in the next one. All right, guys. Have a good day. Bye, guys. Bye, Jessica. Good to see you.